This is a guide to the assembly of a My Backdrop ambulance simulator, otherwise known as a Simbulance. The Simbulance consists of a three-sided, slot-together aluminium frame, and it requires no tools to assemble it. Backdrops are then attached to the inside of the frames. The effect is to replicate the look and size of the back of an ambulance. So let's get started putting the Simbulance together. First of all, remove the backdrops from their protective sleeving or tube, and then remove the poles from their box or case. Use the diagram on the instruction sheet to lay out all the poles. Assemble one frame at a time. The exact shape and quantity of poles varies according to which model of Simbulance was purchased. Take care when pushing the poles together. Ensure that they are properly aligned and push right up until the two tubes meet. With the poles for one side frame laid out, take a mental note of which side of the frame is the top. As a double check, when looking at the top of the frame, the ends of the aluminium tubes should be filled with black end caps, and the male hinge parts on the uprights should be facing upwards. If this isn't the case, recheck the layout of the poles. Assemble the central eye section of the poles first. Push together the two end poles and then push these onto the central eye section. However, only push the two ends half in to begin with, so that the tubes don't get too far out of alignment. Here is one of the completed side frames. Position one of the large backdrops on the completed side frame, ensuring that the image is the right way round. Roll out the banner to cover the side frame. Using the smaller 75mm black elastic ball ties, attach the four corners of the frame first. Using the large 125mm ball ties, attach the rest of the backdrop to the frame. To save time on the assembly, you can just attach the central eyelets, top and bottom instead. To finish, roll the ball ties round the back of the frame for tidiness. Position the feet at both ends of the completed frame. Slide them up into the tube ends. The feet then need to be twisted through 90 degrees, ensuring that the holes in the feet and the frame align. Then push through the bolts provided and secure with the wing nut provided. The frame can now be lifted upright and moved to one side. The whole procedure so far now needs to be repeated for the second side frame. It's now time to assemble the end frame. So, referring to the instruction sheet once more, lay out all the poles as shown. Again, make a mental note of which side is the top of the frame. Slot the end poles together at both ends of the frame, ensuring that the main body of all four female hinge parts face up to the ceiling. Push the B1 poles onto each end and then push the two half frames together. As before, take care to only push the tubes half on at first to ensure the tubing stays aligned. Roll out the smaller backdrop, again ensuring that it is the right way up. Fasten in place, attaching the ball ties to the corners first as before. With the end frame now complete, position the side frames about 6 feet apart facing each other, and then lift up the end frame and guide the female hinge parts over the male until they drop into place on both sides. The Simbulance is now ready to use. If you experience any problems with this assembly, then please call or email us for further help.